the most part, everybody did a lot of stuff today outside of Dejon Harris. Torrin Harris was even able to do some things today. So we have anticipation that possibly everybody could be playing Saturday, which is obviously good for us. We'll continue to push them throughout the week and see if we can be at full strength.
Does that include Torrin?
There is a potential that, yeah. Torrin went today and did some things, and so we'll continue to test him each day. And that would be a big pick-me-up for us, obviously, with our lack of depth at cornerback.
Any reaction to news coming out of Penn State that this is going to be Paterno's last season?
Yeah, I really don't know very much except for what Tim just told me about it. Obviously sounds like a horrible situation and I feel awful for everyone involved, but that's really all I know.
What was your opinion of him as a coach?
I didn't know him personally, obviously. An unbelievable record. I'm going to do it for that many years. Did a lot of neat things, but I think that's really irrelevant today.
Is Curtis McNeil going to start at running back?
Most likely Curtis will start, yes. And we look for Mark to play as well.
Can you talk about the safeties and Drew and what your kind of mentality is in not starting him this week?
Well, Drew did some good things in the game. Prior to injury, Juwan's was playing very well, playing some of his best ball since he's been here. And then TJ's been playing at a real high level. So we've been playing Drew over the last couple weeks anyway. And so we'll continue to make sure that we're getting him in there.
What's your philosophy on calling kids by their number rather than their name?
We really don't have one. I don't really know how that happened. It just did for some reason, and it kind of took some legs within the receiver group.
It seems like you tell this week maybe it's every week, but it seems like he just has boundless energy out here. Is that just the way he is? Has he sort of gained a lot of confidence over the season, and maybe we're kind of seeing that?
Well, really, that's who he is since the first day that I ever met him. When he came out on our campus at Tennessee and was there for a couple days for a camp, and first in every line, first in every drill, wanted extra work, was staying after with my dad, getting DB work, in between sessions at camp. And so that's really what makes him special outside of his ability, is that he's so dedicated to being great. And this week's even more special for him. He's come out and this weekend will be his mother's birthday. Would have been his mother's birthday, and so a bunch of his family will be out here to celebrate that. So it's even more special for him this week, and he wants to make some big plays.
What do you do to limit their defensive tackle, Alameda Tomo?
Well, we've got to run some wide zone, which in our system means that we cut him down, which is all legal. And so we've got to make sure that we do that so that he's got to be getting up and down off the ground all day long. And whenever you play dominant defensive tackles like that, that's usually the play that we go to.
Colin was saying he's bigger than Patterson and Cody, some of the guys that have been through. Is he a penetrating defensive tackle, or is he more of a space eater?
He can do both. He can be powerful at times, and he can be quick off the ball too. And so it's caused people a lot of problems over the last couple of years. And we'll have a good plan for him, and hopefully we'll be able to maintain him.
And you've talked about depth making a difference in those fourth quarter 2-minute drill situations or whatever. But how did the sort of those hard lessons that you guys went through last year affect things or help the defensive guys get through those situations better this year?
Well, I think first off, it was a study of just seeing something not work. And so really as we were going through the year, especially after this game a year ago, and even if you go back to the Virginia game, where we were struggling at the end of that game early in last year, we started noticing the Stanford game. We just started to notice that it's not working. Playing our guys every snap, especially in our front seven, was not working because we just weren't productive in the fourth quarter. And so this year, we've rotated guys in earlier in the game, regardless of the score, so that we'd be fresher in the fourth quarter. And I think in general we're in better shape in our second year. We condition after practice, 2 times a week, which we've never done here before. And so I think all that has helped.